I built a super enchanting book factory and got the best gear possible in Minecraft Create mod using illegal enchantment levels like efficiency 6 and looting 4, and used effect stacking to get impossible armor and tools, and built an even better mob farm to power all our factories. Let's hop into it. We're gonna start off small with enchantment industry and build an automatic tool repair station. So instead of coming right here and, you know, flicking this thing and then automatically mending all your tools or whatever, we're just gonna make it so you can drop your tools into a barrel and then they'll go out, they'll get filled up with the spout. In theory, if I go ahead and I put this mending pickaxe into here, that should go through, it gets filled up with experience, and then it gets picked up in here, and boom, it's fully mended. Yo, okay, that's actually so cool. That's actually pretty sweet. You know, I kind of like that. So now if you have a bunch of tools that need mending, come like drop them in here, and boom, they will just get automatically mended. So that's really, really nice. You don't need to like hold them or do anything or crank anything. It just works. Well, that was really easy. So now we're gonna set up some book printing stations, and I just need to run some pipes for it. Oh god, oh god. Okay, we gotta go fast with this. Okay, no, wait. No, stop, please. Okay, there we go. That worked out. So all that work to get one of these printers, basically these can copy a whole bunch of things and doodads and whatever, but we're here for experience printing. So we pumped in a bunch of experience, looks real nice and fancy. I love the green. And now we have an enchanted book. So we can get some Swift Sneak 2, and then if we put that right there, in theory, it should start to do something. How do you use it? I wanted the printer to print the paper too. So we have a book in there now, and then we put a book right there. Oh, look at this, it do the thing. Oh, wow, okay, so now we have an enchanted book, and this is Swift Sneak 2, okay. And now we have our original Swift Sneak 2 up there as well. Look at this, okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and put these in here. I don't have any levels, but now we have a Swift Sneak 3 book. Put that into there, and doesn't actually consume the book. We'll just, oh, that was a full stack. I don't want to actually get a full stack of Swift Sneak 3s. That would be too much, but thank you. That barely used any experience. And now we have another Swift Sneak 3. Oh my god, we're book duplicating, everybody. But not really, because we're spending experience to get this. Okay, I am kind of dumb. This printer right here tells you the exact cost of things. If I just click on this with book, that's going to tell us that this one costs 800 millibuckets for Swift Sneak. And then mending is only 87, literally a tenth of the cost. So to get to the next step of enchantment industry, we need to duplicate a bunch of these blaze smithing upgrade template thingamabobs. And to do those, I'm pretty sure we just do something like this. Yeah. So finally, a use for our blaze rods. We're actually out of netherrack. Netherrack is the, like, restricting material on this. So the next step of this process is to get ourselves things known as the blaze enchanter, which is this guy right here. And, oh, apparently there's a whole recipe tree. Didn't know you could do that. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so we get one of them, so we get one of those and a blaze thing, and that gives you the blaze enchanter. And now we can also make one of the blaze forgers as well. Now, the enchanter seems like it's significantly more complicated than the forger, so we're gonna start with that one, because this is basically just a fancy anvil. A real fancy anvil. But look how cute these guys are. So this is Blaze Forger. We're just pumping some experience into that because, of course, and then I think we just take this and we take this with Sneak 3, and then we just kind of like do a little bit of something like that, and then I don't think that's how this works. It doesn't have an interface. I can't like click on it. I was hoping you just like throw it and he just like bada bing bada boom boom. They're forged. Doesn't seem like that's how it works. How do you work then? Okay, so let's take the book. Oh, you right click on it. Okay, well that makes a lot of sense. So we right click the book. We can copy that to a template, I believe, because these are just smashed down blocks of experience. And this should be doing something. In theory, allegedly. Seems like it should be quicker, or maybe it's already done. Forging consumes 28,000 buckets? 28 buckets of experience? Bro, okay, give me that back. Give me that back. Okay, let's put this, let's put the pants on there and then the book. And now it looks like it's doing something. Okay, but how do I like activate it? I want it to like do the thing. Like, yeah, do it. Okay, it did the thing. So that was a lot cheaper than putting it on there normally, because that was gonna take 13 levels to put it on there normally. But yeah, great. So now we have a Swift Sneak 3, and then of course we can keep copying Swift Sneak. Okay, so we can also combine some items with the Forger as well. So we have this hoe that we're gonna put Unbreaking 3 on, and maybe that'll work at some point. Looks like that's only 160 millibuckets, so this is way cheaper than doing it with a normal anvil. So that's pretty cool. It's a little bit slower, but I mean, hey, Look at that. Now we have this hoe, and it's actually fully repaired as well because it's actually combining the durabilities as you would expect. So we have power 4 on the bow. I want to know, there's a way to strip enchantments off of them. Yeah, I think we put the template in afterwards. It appears to be making a power 4 template right now, so it should destroy the bow or at least take the enchantment off of it. Okay, so now this template has power 4 on it. Okay, so basically the templates are just books. Essentially, they're just fancy books, everybody. They're really fancy, really good looking books. Yeah, okay, so now we have this power 4 book. We put this into the printer. We print another power 4 book, and now we have both of these. Now, I don't know if you can combine 2 books in one. Oh, you can. Okay, so we can use this to get a power 5 book, and now we can start printing power 5. So that's actually really interesting. You don't actually need to get a book to start printing it. You can find any enchanted piece of gear in the world with enchantments that you like, and then you can start printing it. And I don't think the printer is limited to a single enchantment either. If we found a really good piece of gear with 3 or 4 enchantments on it, like this axe or something, we could put this onto a template and then put that onto a book and then start printing books with that, which is gonna get very powerful, actually. So I originally thought that we could take everything off of the sword and put that onto one template and then put that onto a book and then get god books that way. However, you'll notice that it's actually taking things out of this and in alphabetical order. So right now it's gonna take fire aspect off of the sword, which is actually really good because I want to put fire aspect on all the swords that are in the mob farm, actually. So now the sword no longer has fire aspect, which is kind of cool. And then we can use this template right here to put it onto a book, and then we can start printing a bunch of fire aspect books. So I've been enchanting a bunch of books and trying to stockpile one of everything, essentially, and something pretty cool about the Blaze Forger is that when you get an enchantment book that has multiple things on it, you can actually separate those out. So I don't really want the sharpness from this. We already have sharpness 5, but I don't have a fire protection 4. So now it's going to rip off just the fire protection 3 from this. We can throw away the sharpness, and now we can turn this into fire prop 4 and start printing it. Now, the Forger can also get you, Swift Sneak 4, for example, but that's going to require a super enchanting and stuff like that. So if we tried to combine both of these, right now it's just a regular anvil, so it wouldn't give us anything special. Which means that we need to start feeding this thing the cakes of enchanting, which means that I need chickens. I don't have any chickens. I forgot you could pick up mobs. This is great. Well, I mean, this is a lot easier than trying to lead it around everywhere. Great, now I just need to get a second chicken, everybody. I'm sure that is fine. Yep, it's fine. I found a cat. This is the beginning of a chicken empire. So it's almost time that we get into Blaze Enchanting, but before we get to this, I want to super enchant some things and get efficiency 6 onto the pickaxe. Now I need that because we don't even have an area set up where we can do Blaze Enchanting. This requires a sky access, and I also want to build a printing factory as well. So we need to clear out some area, and there ain't no way I'm doing it with this slow of mining. That's not happening. So super enchanting with the Blaze Forger is actually pretty easy. So we just need a press going into a basin, and then we're gonna throw 4 eggs in there, 4 lapis, and 4 sugar. Crush that down, and that's gonna give us 4 of these cake base of enchanting. And what's convenient is that we can actually use the mending station right here to fill these up. So we just put these in there. They go out one at a time, and apparently that did not fill them all up. But we did get one of these, you know, cakes of enchanting. So that's nice. Oh, maybe it's not getting filled up fast enough or something. I don't know. So I will set up a dedicated spot to fill these up. But anyway, right now we have these cakes of enchanting. We need to get an efficiency 5 book. We're gonna go ahead and print another one of those. And now this is where things start to get fun. So we need to feed this guy one of these blaze cakes. So you notice that he has 2 stomachs. Basically, the top one is where you actually pump in liquid experience with some pipes from the big old tank right here. And the second one is only 4 buckets full. That means that he can eat 4 of these cakes of enchanting. And I think we're gonna need to feed him at least 2 or 3 of these. And you can see that fills up. But now we have these 2 efficiency 5s. We can go ahead and put both of these in there. And that is gonna give us efficiency 6, as you can see. And that actually only consumes 200 millibuckets of experience, which is pretty sweet. Now, the great thing is that we do not need to do this all the time. So now we have an efficiency 6. We can put that directly into the printer, And now we can just start printing more efficiency 6. That's only 700 millibuckets, so really not that bad. And look at this! Now we got multiple efficiency 6s, everybody. Fantastic. Right, so now the big question is, how expensive is it going to be to put efficiency 6 onto the pickaxe? Only 200! That's pretty good. But this is so cursed looking. I love this. So efficiency 6. Let's see how good this is. You can instant mine? Okay, I'm glad we did this. I didn't know you could instant mine. So this is basically like having a beacon. Oh, this is great. Hold up, we gotta go try this on Deep Slate. Yippee! Okay, how good is this on Deep Slate? You know, I can't notice any real difference at all. So it's not like the most overpowered thing ever, but maybe with haste 2 we'd be able to instant mine it. I'm not sure. By the way, efficiency 6 is as high as we can go. We can only do whatever vanilla has plus 1 level, so we can't make like looting 10, unfortunately, unless there's like some sort of exploit with the system, but I don't know about it. Something mildly annoying, and the reason why you might want 2 of these is that when it's in super enchanting mode, you cannot use a normal template on anything, so you have to make the super enchanting templates, and you can't do that unless you do super enchanting with the Blaze Enchanter. And after all this time, we can finally get into Blaze Enchanting. Now, this is kind of interesting. So it's very, very similar to just a base enchanting table. But this one you don't need books for. So you can actually set the level of it directly on the side of the enchanting table. And then you can just like give it an item and it'll just enchant it and use up a bunch of experience. This is going to consume 300 millibuckets. And then you can see that it does the thing. It's a pretty cool animation. It takes forever though compared to a standard enchanted. Bane of Arthropods 5. I actually did need that, so thanks, I guess. So if you want to get a bunch of sword enchantments, for example, you can put a sword or whatever into the side right here, and then you can give it an enchanting template, and then it's going to enchant that with only sword enchantments, which is kind of handy. In order to super enchant with this, we need to give it sky access, which is going to be a little bit complicated. Because somebody chose to build a giant second base above my base. And I can't even complain, it looks great. Beardy's doing a great job building a pirate-themed cove up here, but I need a hole right here. He won't notice that, right? Yar, it be a rubbish bin, matey. Is that what pirates sound like? I don't know. Anyway, there's gonna be a hole right here. Oh, there's a leaf above it. No, that's gonna count as a block. Gotta walk uphill both ways just to come up here and remove 1 leaf. So now that we have sky access, we need to put down a lightning rod. Otherwise, this guy will just straight up die. Now, that lightning rod, it needs to be around a bunch of these blocks of experience. I mean, it's technically optional, but that's the only way that you can get the super experience. And we need that for the super enchanting template thing. So we're gonna go ahead and feed this guy a blaze kick. Now he's super fired up, and now you can actually change the enchanting level all the way up to level 60. Now we can just give this guy a book and he'll enchant it. That's gonna summon in some lightning and valid enchanting item. Apparently you can't enchant a book. Never mind then. Right then, let's enchant a diamond pickaxe and valid enchanting item. What do you mean invalid enchanting item? Oh, he just needs more of this super experience. That's all it is. Okay, now he goes for it. So it's pretty expensive if you want to do a level 60. Level 1 enchantment is only like 9 millibuckets or something. And as you can see, bam! What? He died! He shouldn't have died! There's a lightning rod. The lightning rod is literally right here. What's your problem, bro? You good over there? No. Well, I gotta make a new one of these now. And I also gotta figure out why exactly this did not work. It's got direct line of sight above it. It's also got a lightning rod right next to it. I think the lightning rod is allowed to be right there. I don't think it needs to be like over by a block or something. That is an absolute scam though. It deleted the pickaxe, it absorbed all the super experience, it killed the enchanting guy. What a scam. Okay, look, we do it in creative and it's like perfectly fine. Yeah, see, look at that. It struck the thing that time. Bro, I swear, the game just hates me. Gotta walk all the way back up this hill again. Okay, we're gonna try this again, Mr. Fancy Pants over here. We're just gonna do a level 1 on this because I don't want to be wasting a bunch of experience. But the lightning should not strike you specifically. If it strikes you, then this is an absolute scam. Actually, we're gonna put down more lightning rods just to emphasize how much of a scam this would be. So there's definitely no way that this should die, right? I mean, there's 3 lightning rods. It should, like, be fine. Hey, there we go! Okay, see, it worked that time. This one worked, so now we got the block of super experience, which is nice and blue. You love to see it. We got another achievement for that. and then we can actually smash this down below, and this is going to give us the super enchanting templates, which we can use in the super enchanted blaze forge. So that's pretty cool. So the reason why I put a giant block of these blocks of experience right here is because the lightning actually travels through all these and converts them. So I just got like 19 super experience blocks out of that. So I'm just going to do a few very low-level enchantments. Hope this guy doesn't die again. And then try and farm up some of these super experience blocks. Now, as far as I can tell, the Blaze Enchanter does not give you, like, efficiency 6 or anything crazy like that. It's limited to vanilla level enchantments. So, as far as I'm concerned, we don't really need this for much of anything except the super experience blocks. So, I'm not gonna do too much with this, I don't think. But it could be a good way to get some really nicely enchanted gear just straight from this guy if you're, like, just starting out. But if you already have, like, villagers or something, I don't see a reason too much why you would need this, as far as I'm aware right now anyway. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, this thing is just a block factory. Look how nice these are. I love these. These are like better diamond blocks. I do want to try super enchanting a high level experience template real quick just to see what happens on it. And see, yeah, just looting 3. So it kind of seems like a little bit of a waste, especially when we can just start printing books, you know. One nice thing about the Super Blaze Enchanter is that it can give you treasure enchantments. So things like Mending or Swift Sneak or Frostwalker or those kinds of things. Hopefully I can get like Soul Speed from it. You can get Swift Sneak as well. But basically this makes it so that you don't need to go hunting for those enchantments in the world. Once you get them on like a pair of boots or something, you can disenchant those with the Forger and then start printing books. Are you serious right now? For real? I literally have 3 lightning rods. Well, I think about 48 printers will do it. So this is actually going to be pretty simple. Basically, we're going to have a book input right here, and then that's going to drop them out across a bunch of these item fluid drains, and they're going to go down into the depots. It'll get printed. Of course, a bunch of books are going to fly off the end, so we're going to have a little bit of waste in the system, but we are going to build an entire row of these. You did not print the entire thing, you liar. Well, I forgot to put half the materials in the chest, so hopefully this doesn't just, like, delete everything that I already put there. I spent a minute, you know, crafting all that, but okay. It seems like if you mess up, it's kind of fine. Oops, I meant to say that we're building 2 of them because we need to print 48 different books, and, well, this seemed like a prime area to do it. And now just another absolutely horrible pipe of doom that unironically looks really cool just because the experience is sweet. But we're going to pump this over into this area, and then if we connect to gather ourselves another little bit of a cog right here, we should see this fill up this entire thing. Look how cool this is. So I put a bunch of these excessive pipes in the area. They don't do anything at all besides look absolutely incredible. And this is actually going to take 200 buckets of experience just to fill up all of these containers. And you can see that there's a little bit of a gradient to it. It starts going further and further down. Yeah, this was worth it. This was very, very worth it. I should probably put some of these in the floor as well, just because they look so good. Now, I needed these extra pumps down here on the bottom just so that these pipes right here would actually get filled up with something, because otherwise it's just like empty. Turning this into a fully functioning printing factory is going to take a while. Of course, I got to get one of every single different enchantment book in the entire game. We need to get a book farm going as well, because I only got like 40 of these things. And then I also want to super enchant every single one of the books as well, because there's no reason for us to be printing like efficiency 5 when we should be printing efficiency 6. And then we also need to set this up for a shop as well. And there's plenty of room in here for all of these to actually have a shop and storage in front of them as well. But guess what? I built a spreadsheet so I can track it all. Heck yeah. Now, luckily there is a public villager training hall from Frog, so that helped us get like 10 different books that we need. We got a full diamond mob in there. That's actually really rare. That is actually so rare. Even for how many spawners we have, very, very rare. So I set up a little area down here at the bottom, and just enough area to actually press a bunch of these enchanting templates. And then of course we got a basin down here where we can make a whole bunch of those, you know, blocks of whatever the cake base things. I don't know what anything is called. There's too many names and I'm bad at names. Oh, that made blocks of lapis. Okay. So we got to put a filter on that thing. And then we also have a little spot to actually fill this thing up as well. This is actually drawing from the large tank at the top. Or at least it should be. But yeah, that's gonna give us area to actually fill up all of our blaze cakes. But yeah, now we're officially making a bunch of these blaze cakes of enchanting. That's not what they're called. Okay, so this looks pretty cool. I just love watching all the experience go down the tubes. I mean, check that out. That's really nice. And then it powers up both of our blaze burners. So this entire side of the printing hall is going to be just for weapon enchantments. There's 22 different types of weapon enchantments, and then we have a slot for Curse of Vanishing and Binding, and then this entire side over here is going to be for all the modded enchantments, all the armor and tool enchantments, and then all the miscellaneous enchantments like Mending and Unbreaking, and that leaves us with exactly one extra printing station for printing miscellaneous books so that we can actually stock up this place. And then if I want to print any books that have like multiple enchantments on them, like Unbreaking, Mending, you know, Fortune and Efficiency book for a max god level tool or something, then we can do that on this station right here. And then we also have a little bit of room against this back wall. That way we could also set up some more like, you know, god prints if we wanted to. I imagine those are going to get very expensive to print though, and that's why I put this directly next to the mob farm. That way as we're in here, we're also generating more experience. We're trying to optimize for that. But now I just need to go through and find a bunch of books, complete the entire spreadsheet, print a bunch of books to get 2 of each of them, and then combine them together to get things like Unbreaking 4. And once that is done, we will be adding those to the prints. So now the really cool thing about this is that not only do we have like Swift Sneak 4 and then all the protection 5s as well, but now we can stack all of these protection 5s onto one piece of armor. Now you used to be able to do this on Java Edition for like literally one update. Villagers also sold it. You could stack all the protections on one thing, but now we can do that with the Blaze Forger. So this has protection 4 on it right now. We can go ahead and put some blast protection 4 on there right now, and that's only going to consume half a bucket of experience. So now we can make absolutely maxed out armor. Now, of course, this is already fireproof armor, so we don't need to put like fire protection 5 on it, but in case our back tank ever ran out, I guess we probably should, and then we can just basically live in fire forever. But look at that. That's very cursed. I love it. We also got an advancement for that as well. How is this possible? They shouldn't appear at the same time, unless you're playing in that one update. This is actually remarkably affordable as well. 280 buckets to put fire protection 5 on that. So you've heard of fancy pants before, but I mean, look at these. Protection 5, Blast Protection 5, Fire Protection 5, Projectile Protection 5, Swift Sneak 4, Unbreaking 4. We could put Mending 2 on that as well. I don't think it would do anything, but look at this. So this is Swift Sneak 4. I'm gonna get so used to this. It's like basically walking speed. Now I took off all the other armor and I just want to see how quickly we die in lava. Oh, this is like actually really, really good. That's really good. Dang. So obviously I need to do that for the rest of our armor as well. I mean, we have a pitiful protection 3 on the helmet, everybody. And this isn't limited to just armor stacking either. This pretty good sword we can absolutely max out with not only sharpness 6, but also Bane of Arthropod 6, which feels really illegal, and smite 6 as well. So this is just gonna absolutely demolish everything. And don't forget, I have 4 more fully maxed out netherite swords in the farm that I also need to fully enchant. So quite a while later, absolutely everything is maxed out from the helmet to the toes. Everything has the maximum level of all of the enchantments it can get, including the sword, both of the pickaxes, even the axe. I put all the things on there. I upgraded the shovel, even the slime boots got the full treatment of all of the enchantments, and even the 1 durability diamond help. The game is telling me I've gone too far. I've done 1,000 super enchants. So a couple things I didn't realize. You can actually unenchant these enchanting templates and get some experience back from them. That's pretty cool. You can also put them into an anvil to like combine them together, or to put enchantment books onto them as well, or you can put them onto enchantment books. So that's also nice. And then if this has multiple enchantments on it, you can put it into the super forge and then it'll actually apply multiple enchantments to whatever other thing you put in there. So that's a way to get multiple enchantments. So this means that we can definitely go ahead and build some god books using this, and then print those god books, and then make all of our gear at one go instead of needing like 5 different books in a row and then combine it 5 different times and, you know, do the whole process. Now, I didn't think about naming any of this stuff. You really need to name it beforehand because it is too expensive in an anvil, and if you try to rename one of the templates and then put it on there, it's also too expensive for these things as well. Kinda stuck with no name gear, unfortunately, for most of the stuff. We can name like the pickaxes and the shovels. So of course, that's what we're gonna do. Also, you can remove curses using super enchanting. Okay, so I might be losing my mind and going overboard over here. So not only did I max out the armor and all of the tools, I also maxed out all of the backup tools, the bow, even the crossbow, and everything in here as well. But I even went ahead and enchanted the golden boots that we only ever wear in the nether to avoid piglins. I enchanted the shears, the flint and steel, the shield that I haven't used since episode 1, and even the super glue, everybody. This is the dedication level that I'm going to. Now, I tried to get Unbreaking 4 on here, but you click on this thing and it just makes it super gluey. So you can't actually get Unbreaking 4 on here, I don't think. Unless maybe we use like a mechanical arm to put it in there. I don't know. There might be a way. Am I dedicated enough to that? I should be. There's still so much more to do and so many more books to get and to find and to scavenge, and also a lot of stuff in here that I can sell, especially sell as a service as well, because no one else has really set up this kind of stuff on the server yet. And I also still have a lot to learn as well about setting up like the templates and getting like multiple books with different enchantments going and all kinds of things that we could automate with this as well. We haven't even barely touched automation, and needless to say, the entire base needs to be decorated at some point, but I'm busy maxing out my learnings on the tech tree right now. This is going to require a lot of experience, so we actually need to upgrade the mob farm in a couple of different ways. We need more spawners, and we need to deal with all the items. So we have a lot of work to do still. This is where we need to be to get the next blaze spawner. It's all the way over there. You can see it right there, but you see there's a slight problem. And I think the solution to that slight problem is just the Leroy Jenkins this thing. And we'll just go from here, I guess. Let's see. We'll get on the diving boots. That way we can actually walk. And this is great. Man, not needing to worry about that trench right there is fantastic. Where do I go from here? There we go. Okay. Bye, guys. I appreciate you. Well, that's a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. That, and then that one, and then you power that one, and then you pick it up, and then you kill this guy. And another blaze spawner. Okay, this is gonna be spawner number 5. I don't know. Just insert correct number here, please. Can't be bothered. I don't know how to count, as it turns out. And one more. I don't think I'll ever get used to this experience. This is so cool. Just like actually walking on the bottom of the lava lakes, actually being able to see everything as well. Being able to see under lava, genuinely game-changing. Not that there's anything interesting down here, but you know what? It's still cool, isn't it? Everything about this is fine. Nothing to worry about here. Everything's cool. Everything's chill. Not a worry in the world. So you guys know the deal, and now we just gotta upgrade the mob farm again with another 10 spawners. Well, I thought I was done, and then I remembered that I forgot to glue everything together, so I gotta get back in here. Okay then, so that was more effort than it should have been, but now we have a full stack of 9 blaze spawners right in the middle, just to flex on everybody. We can turn that on, and we're gonna be getting just so many mobs so quickly. This is fantastic, you know? I don't see any reason why this could ever go wrong. By the way, blazes drop twice as much experience as other mob spawners, so that's equivalent to 18 spawners worth of experience right there. Now, I have been learning some things, like you can use the cutting board right here to actually strip logs, and then you can just spam this, and this is so much easier than any other way of doing it, because you need the actual log items to craft all the casings and whatnot, and then you can just put your ingots and your stripped logs into the deployers, and boom, now we got a bunch of the casings, which is so much easier than doing it manually. Something else cool is that you can use the horrible sounding grindstones to actually polish the rose quartz, and of course you need about 1 billion of these to make all of your electron tubes. Now, besides just mob spawners, there are some serious upgrades that we need to make it to this actual mob farm to turn it into a little bit of a factory. So we have a lot of items in storage. 32,000 bones, 30,000 string, 13,000 spider eyes for some reason, and just thousands and thousands of other things, including a lot of armor, tools, and weapons, most of which we can actually use for something. So my goal is to use as many materials as I can from this factory to give us a bunch of different new blocks and items out here at the backside. So we're gonna have 8 different slices. That's gonna give us 8 different types of blocks, items, and resources that we normally wouldn't really be able to get out of this farm using vanilla. So the first thing that we're gonna do is smelt down all of the potatoes and chicken that we get from the zombies. So this is just using the fire fan, which is basically treated like a smoker. So that's all just gonna get smelted and picked up and put over here. Next up, we're gonna be getting the magma cream and actually freezing that using the powdered snow fan. This is actually gonna turn it into slime balls, and then we're gonna be compacting those down in a basin with a press, and that's gonna actually turn it into slime blocks as well. So this will save us a lot of storage because it takes 9 magma cream to make 1 slime block, of course. And I'm just glad there was a reason for me suffering in the Bastion to get a magma cube spawner. And the next one is actually very similar. This is going to be dropping out all of the iron, gold, and chainmail based items, and this is actually going to be smelting it down into nuggets. We're going to be compressing those nuggets into the gold and iron ingots on this side using yet another one of these presses. And the next one's really easy. We're just going to be turning all of the string into wool just by compacting it down in the basin with yet another mechanical press. The next one's basically the exact same thing. We're going to be turning a bunch of the magma cream into magma blocks. I don't think there's any particular reason, but it saves us a bunch of space. Now, the next two is where it starts to actually get interesting. So we have a lot of bones. We're going to be doing two different things with these. We're going to be millstoning them down. That's going to give us, of course, the 3 bone meal per bone, but we're also going to get a byproduct of a little bit of white dye, which I don't know what to do with. We could just throw it away, but for right now, we're going to be keeping it. Now, with one of these millstones, we're going to have this go straight into another basin, which is going to give us the bone blocks, of course, which is going to really help us save a lot of storage space. But more interestingly, on this second one right here, we're actually going to be turning this into calcite, because if you have a heated basin with water going into it and a bone meal, that's actually just going to straight up give you calcite. Because reasons. I love it. We need a better way to get calcite in vanilla. There's no way to get it renewably. Why not? Also, something else you'll love is, look at this. We have a full block set for calcite. There's slabs, there's stairs, there's polish, there's tiles, there's all kinds of amazing things that we need in vanilla. Why do they not exist? And finally, we have definitely the most optional one out of absolutely everything. This is going to be taking leather armor out of the build. It's going to be putting it onto the cutting board, and then we can actually use a dispenser of shears to turn all the leather armor into leather. Finally, a source of leather on the world. I've actually been dying for this. I can't make any item frames without this particular farm right here. And you know what? This also gives me a cool opportunity to use this thing called a pulse timer. So this is basically just a redstone clock within a block. And guess what? It's got a billion different settings on it. You can give it any timing that you want in ticks and seconds and in minutes. It can go all the way up to a 1 hour long clock, which is insane. This replaces literally so much redstone. This one block replaces so much vanilla redstone. It's actually kind of crazy. So we're going to be using that to actually pulse our dispenser. However, we're going to make sure that it is off, and we can do that with this threshold switch. That way it only runs when there's actually some leather armor in there. And we might actually have some in there right now. Yep, there we go. We got some boots going in there, and look at that. It's going to get turned into leather. It'll be stockpiled in a vanilla hopper. Ew, gross vanilla. And then we also got a vanilla redstone torch right there as well. And a dispenser. I tried to use a deployer on this, but it ended up just putting the shears into the cutting board. So that seemed a little bit silly. Now, you might have noticed that we have a whole lot of item outputs everywhere. All of these depots are the item outputs for the entirety of the build. Now, luckily, we can just use one mechanical arm on basically this entire system, and that is just going to put all the items directly into our vault right here. And this is just going to go right here, and that's perfectly fine because the item drains just end up going directly underneath it. So now I just need to tie power into somewhere right here, and that'll power up the entire factory, actually. Honestly, this is pretty nice and clean looking. It's very similar all the way across, which makes it look better. It does get a little bit messy here on the end because we got to pump water and lava in there, and then, you know, the leather is not great. And there it goes. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's going to be producing a lot of things. I have these set up to only drop out like full stacks of items because I think that's a little bit of a way to optimize it. But otherwise, it's just going to be taking a bunch of stuff, compacting it down. This will save us a lot of storage. Now, I am going to set up threshold switches on all of these. That way we save a certain amount of bones and cream and string and all these different things. That way we don't absolutely run out of those materials. But anything excess of like a few thousand, we should definitely compact down. So now our trash filter is really down to just a bunch less items. I mean, we're really only throwing away flesh, arrows, and bows from this entire system. Right, so now I just need to find a way to tie lava into this build, and then we'll be producing calcite as well. But that's gonna be very messy and bad looking. Don't worry, I have a solution. It's called hide it in the walls. No one ever looks inside the walls. Ah, right. Well, I mean, I guess it's giving us lava. And there we go. Now we're getting calcite actually being made in the build. So again, it's only going to drop out stacks at a time. But I mean, this is actually really efficient. It's 1 bone meal per calcite. And I think we can make 90,000 calcite with what we currently have. So, I mean, that seems pretty good. So even with all the factory things happening, we're still really maxed out on storage. This thing is basically full of calcite now, of course. So I have a temporary solution to that. I have a secondary max level backpack right here. Each one of the slots stores like 32,000 items. Yeah, 32,000 items. And this is 12 slots wide by 9 slots tall, which is 109. So this thing can store 3.456 million items, which is pretty good. Now I'm hoping that this will just work with the packager. So let's grab out a couple thousand calcite from this thing, and it should just package it right into the backpack. As you can see, it does. So this is a great way to store a lot of items and make them very mobile. And I made this backpack so we can put it on the drill. Now, unfortunately, when this is on a contraption and it's movable, it doesn't actually let you access the backpack like you can with the chest. Kind of sad. So I basically just drained out the entire vault, and we're gonna put that all into one backpack, which seems really overpowered, but this is definitely the way to go. This is the most compact storage you can get. It's a little bit expensive to make all these upgrades, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, so a few people have told me that I need to put more steam engines on the steam engine, and well, you would be right, because we've only been getting 96,000 out of 150,000 out of this thing, because we only had 6 out of the 9 engines on there, and it actually just backfired. The entire base overstressed, and everything broke, and we had 100,000 mobs build up in the mob farm. So I guess that's a good thing to learn right now. Something's still not right. Oh, we're right. Hold up. Some of these are broken. There we go. 147. There we go. So the factory is currently turned off, and somehow my machine is falling apart over here. It's literally just the mob farm that's running. How is this possible? Zombie, have you come to help me fix this thing? Here, there's the wrench. You fix it, because clearly I'm bad at this. We got the chunk border going through the build right here, which seems like kind of a bad idea. So we're going to make this thing a block taller, and then we're going to put all the steam engines on top of it to avoid this chunk border. I feel like that'll help. I've already ran into so many issues with chunk borders, when really they shouldn't be a problem, but I mean, you know, here we are. Hopefully this thing just works now. I don't know. If it just randomly explodes again, then I guess we'll just build another one. It's breaking because our thing is dropping to a level 6 or 7, unironically level 8, because these guys are not getting enough heat. But these are set up on water wheels now. Yeah, we have these water wheels specifically powering just the pumps to give these guys lava. We're using this lava source for 2 other blaze burners elsewhere in the base. Could that be the problem? Because yeah, these guys are just not getting enough power. So if I stop this lava from going somewhere, they should get all the lava they ever need now, and then that solves our power issues. So I think we need more throughput. We need more lava. I thought I had enough lava. I mean, shoot, man, it's kind of a lot of lava. So we need to extract more lava from this in order to actually power the steam engine, because we have lava going to 1 blaze burner over there for andesite, and then we have 1 over here for calcite. So fascinating. So we've decided that we need a buffer system. This is gonna be a buffer supply of lava for the rest of the base, for lava and all that. And then it also looks cool right here in this little nook. And then we're gonna do another hose pump right here going down into the infinite source of infinite lava. And this is going to be just for the steam engine. That way it always has its own supply of lava that is, you know, doesn't care about whatever the rest of the lava supply is doing. Guys, I just realized the throw lash took lava from our base. This is why we're having issues. I told him he could take lava from the base. Look at this. He's got a pipe. He's got a pipe. He's taking power too. He's taking power from the base. No wonder. Wait, I can just turn off his entire base. Bro, look at this, bro. He took... Oh, that's great. Bro, that's amazing. He just straight up took a bunch of our lava. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this. I see you. Bro. That's actually so funny. Yes, okay, that explains. I was like, man, I thought we had enough lava supply. We're just powering like 2 blaze burners and then the steam engine, bro. And then also all of Throwlash's base. No, I forgot about that, bro. That explains why we need to upgrade the system. Yeah, so I've been having an issue where my steam engine is overstressed for some reason because it's not getting enough lava into the blaze burners. So it's like downgrading, and then things were popping off, things were exploding, and then I go and I see a giant pipe go to your base.
Okay, so evidently I
I
can't steal your lava. Got
no,
it.
no, it's fine. I forgot that I told you to steal the lava until right now. So I need to build a buffer system and then it'll be fine and then we'll be good.
Oh, okay.
I was already building it. I was like, man, I'm not sure what's happening over here. But then I realized there was a culprit that I should have realized because I told you you could.
So if that doesn't fix it, I'll disconnect and then I'll just make my own lava supply.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Listen, if anything, I can just add more lava to my infinite lava supply.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
If you, yeah,
Yeah.
infinite plus
Yeah,
one equals more
infinity.
infinite. Yeah.
Yeah, infinity squared. Like, come on.
Yeah, I play Magic the Gathering. I get it.
Yeah. I gotta
Cool.
I gotta tap all my mountains to power this, but it's gonna be great. You're gonna be cut off from lava for until it's fixed, though.
This is unacceptable.
But it's free.
I'll never financially recover from this.
Yeah. Well, neither will I.
And listen.
Yes.
This is just I'm stealing this literally to power one blaze burner for a mixer, so it's not important.
Bro. Yeah. This guy said just one blaze burner, but look at this. Listen. He's got 3 entire giant tanks of lava he's filling up as well. No wonder there's no capacity in the system. So that took like an hour, but now we got a lava pipe going this way. It looks very nice and clean. We got a little bit of a buffer. This is gonna go and power all the lava sources for the rest of the base and throw Lash's entire base. And then we also got this lava pump right here. And all that is going to just kind of fix the entire system. So we should no longer have any issues with these guys running out of lava. They're on their own source. It's powered by water wheels, so we don't need to worry about lag spikes or anything, or if this thing gets overstressed for some reason, we don't need to like come over here and kickstart the system somehow and like try and fix things. It should all just work. If you like this video, then drop a like, share it around, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.